impacting a generation, community, city and nation.
I'm walking down Great Horton Road by the laundrette when I hear a voice greeting behind me. I don't look around because I don't realise the greeting was directed towards me, but as I continue I'm aware of footsteps and a tall figure coming up on my shoulder. It's Gary. He looks pleased with himself. I ask him what he's doing. With a smile on his face he tells me he's on his way to college, and after a few more words I leave him at the bus stop. What I've just witnessed is a miracle. Gary's 17 and he's been a hellraiser for us in his day. One week we had to call the police when another group of young people started to provoke Gary and his mates at the club. We got one group outside and kept the other inside. There was a nasty moment when someone opened the fire escape and one of Gary's mates got in, but fortunately someone's drug dealer turned up at just the right moment and helped me bundle him out again. They raged outside and hammered on the door, and I don't think they would have been responsible for their actions had they managed to break it down, but they didn't, and the police skillfully defused things. They came with knives the next week. That's when we started to break things down into more manageable groups. Gary's been out of school most of the secondary school years. I take my hat off to our local teachers, but somehow our national approach to education doesn't always cut it for these kids. Primary school generally works okay, but the secondaries are bigger and out of area, and it's in year 7 when things go really wrong for our young people. Sometimes it can be before too, and some don't even manage the transition at all. Gary was one of those. And the streets, you see, are indeed red in tooth and claw. They're places of fun and friendships, but when you have eyes to see, there are dealers crawling all over, and pimps. Gary fell prey. Out of school, lacking in positive role models, he took to drugs and fueled his habit with petty crime. Gary came to our clubs, even to church services. Then one day, breakthrough. I'm in the project director's car, dropping some of them home. Gary calls out from the back seat in his familiar loud and slow drawl, "Richard, can you get me into college?" It's what we do. It's the fruit of painstaking relationships built as much on the streets as in the clubs. Gary gets registered. For now at least, it's a result. And there are new possibilities for Gary, and a chance he would never have to start to change his life around.
When you're out here in this jungle, it's wild round.